Hello, my dear friends. How are you? Well, today we've got three parables, but I'm going to focus mainly on two of them. So, one is the treasure that is hidden in a field, and one is the pearl of great price. Well, most of my days at the central bank, the last part of my career there, I was a stockbroker. So, I was familiar with the world of investment. And I guess that everybody has a portfolio of stocks and shares and investments, and sometimes the price of these investments go up, and sometimes they go down. Sometimes you invest 5,000 and you end up with 4,000, but sometimes the price goes up and you end up with 8,000. But I just can imagine a situation where there was an investor who had 100,000 in this bond, 100,000 in this stock and shares and whatever. And then somebody says, hey, there is a new investment on the market and it's very promising. And be sure that in a few months, it will, whatever you invest, it will grow 10 times as much. I can assure you because I know that this company, the way it's marketing and everything is very promising. Now, this guy might say, forget it, I'm quite happy as I am. But someone who is, proactive in his approach and he's not risk averse, he will say, okay, phones up his stockbroker and says, sell everything and buy this stock. And at the end, the friend's advice proves to be true, and he is much richer than before. Okay, well, this sort of is a similar sort of parable to what Jesus says. So somebody goes to a field and then he sees something on the ground and then he starts digging and he finds a treasure. And he doesn't say anything to anyone. He just covers the grass and looks for the owner and say, "Can I buy your field?" Say, "Well, my field is very expensive." Say, "Okay, no problem." And he sells all the other fields and all the other properties to buy that field because there is a treasure. There is something which is of incomparable value. And also the second parable, the pearl of great price. Now, in the two parables, we've got the man making a choice. He could either overlook the opportunity or else he can decide to sell everything and buy the pearl of great price or buy the field where there is a treasure. This is the choice we have, my friends. Once we discover the kingdom of God, once we discover the love of God, once we discover the beauty of Jesus, then everything else fades into insignificance. So today you have a choice. Are you seeking first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you? Or are you focusing on the other things and ignoring the kingdom of God? My friends, you have a choice.